welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Blessing and this is I Teach with Miss B. I know this is not the usual way I usually do my videos, but then again, content must be made, right? I had a problem with my phone, so the phone is saying storage full, storage full. I said, anyhow, it is, I have to drop a content today, and so I decided to do this. So this is not your usual content, but this is still going to be talking about all the basic things that you would need for your first online tutoring job. So if this is your first time here, please click on the like, subscribe, share button. Show me some love, people. Show me some love. And if you have any questions in the comment, please go ahead, drop your questions in the comment. And just in case this is your first time here, my name is Miss Blessing. I am an online tutor. I help teachers thrive and grow, right? Now, before you apply for your first online tutoring job, pause, right? Let's not cast the opportunity. Let's find out what you would need to get that opportunity. A lot of people come to me, oh, Miss B, I've been called for an interview. I don't know what to do. Okay. So this is what you're going to do and how you will need to prepare yourself for that online tutoring job, right? So what are you going to need before your first online tutoring job? And these are the things that we're going to be talking about today. So please click on the like, subscribe, share button. Now let's go to the business of the day. So like I said, the first thing you have to do is to cultivate the right mindset, right? Cultivating your right mindset. You don't need to know everything, right? I want to explain this. When I started out as an online tutor, I started out working for a company, and I didn't know what it really took to be an online tutor. I'd applied for companies like Cambly, Native Camp, a lot of those international companies, right? And they did not really take me because I didn't really understand what it took to be an online tutor. I had all the tools, all the gadgets, but they did not take me until I had to go back, watch some videos about how people did their demo, their interview, and I applied to the company, the Nigerian company that I worked with first, and they gave me during the interview. I did my interview very well. It was quite engaging. I created a slide because they gave me a list of topics to choose from, and then I picked one, and then I created a slide, a very engaging slide, by the way. And I used it to teach, right? And then when I was done teaching, immediately on the spot, they gave me the job. Okay, on the spot, they gave me the job. So first thing I want you to know is that you don't need to know everything. Like I said, I didn't know so much. You don't need to know everything. Just embrace continuous learning, right? You don't need to know everything. The few one or the few bits that you know is enough. Even if it is not, how will I put it? Even though it is not so much, it is enough. Even though you say, okay, I've never had the experience of teaching online before, but you've taught children, right? You've taught in the physical classroom, it's enough. I've even had the opportunity to mentor people who had never even taught before. Lawyers coming to become online tutors. What are they? Engineers or data analysts switching from there to online tutors. So these people do not really have an idea of what it took to be online, or what it takes rather to be online, but they actually learned it, right? So you don't need to know everything. Again, you don't need to be perfect. See, that problem of perfection is what usually hinders a lot of us. We want to do it in the way that, oh, it's so perfect. You're a human being. It's not supposed to be perfect, right? So just make progress. Progress over perfection is the most important thing. Progress over perfection is the most. You don't need to be perfect. Perfection is good, but if you're not perfect, no problem. Like now, I'm see the way I'm doing my video. It's not a perfect video, right? But I just had to come out and do something. Most of the times we say, oh, our content is not good, or this is not good, or that's not good. That's not what people are looking for. People want to see the real you, right? Be authentic. So you don't really need to be perfect. Just ensure that for every time that you're doing something, you're moving ahead and you're moving forward. Okay. Another thing you need to do is get ready by starting. A lot of you procrastinate a lot. Please, this is 2026. 2026 is just 1 month gone. No procrastination. Please do not procrastinate. A lot of you procrastinate. In fact, your procrastination is so bad. I'm going to apply tomorrow. What happened to today, right? I'm going to prepare my CV tomorrow. What happened to now? Do it now. As in fact, as you're watching my video, start writing out the things that you will need to do. Your demo, your CV, your whatever it is that is necessary, right? Jobs are flying left, right, and center. If you're in my WhatsApp channel group, you're going to see that people are talking about jobs they are getting. They're sending me a message, Miss B, I got the job, I got this, I got this. These are proofs that if you put in the work, you're going to get the effort, or you're going to get the result, rather. If you put in the work, you put in the effort, you're going to get results. Okay, so please, if for the fact that you can explain clearly, just the same way I'm teaching you now, or the way I'm saying it now, for the fact that you can explain clearly, and you are patient enough to guide a child or an adult or anybody you are teaching, in fact, you're qualified. That's just the truth. If you can explain clearly the way I'm speaking, you can hear what I'm saying, you can understand what I'm saying, right? You can guide patiently, right? You are qualified. So you don't need to be very perfect. The more you do it, the more you learn how to do it, or the more you improve, and the more you find better ways for you to be able to accelerate. Okay, so do not stay on one point and think that you are not going to get better. Please move forward. Now let's look at the essential tech of. I have videos on my YouTube. In fact, I have a lot of videos where I've talked about things that are necessary. Your laptop or your tablet, clear audio. You could hear me, microphone. Even if you don't get Logitech, right? What I'm using is Logitech headset. If you don't get this, there are still some other microphones that you could use that have, or headsets you could use that have microphone, right? Get them, right? Get them. I think the one I started, the one I bought was like 3.5, and then I moved to the one of 7,000. Then I moved to the one of 18,000 before I got to this one now. I think I bought this one at 50, and I've been using it for almost 2 years now. So you as the you know what your capacity is, right? So don't overdo it. Start from somewhere. Ensure your internet is stable, because this is one thing that usually make parents just, this person is not serious, and then they give up on you. Ensure you have stable internet, your place is quiet. Some of you, when they tell you to do demo, you go to a very noisy place and do your demo. Don't do that, oh please. And then you will not tell them it's Tiny Thoughts or Miss Blessing that taught you. Please don't do that, right? Stay in a very lit environment. This is my environment, right? What did I do? There's no light, but I have a rechargeable bulb. So the rechargeable bulb is what is giving me light. You think I'm in it? I have light, so I can stay. The light can stay like 3 hours, 4 hours. I could go ahead and teach into the night, if whether there's light or not. So these are the things I want you to also think of. Reliable setup. Have a good setup. Okay. Ensure that your order is clear. Start with what you have. If you see, even if you have just the laptop, you don't have headset. Start with it. Just stay. Start with it. Snap pictures with the laptop. Start posting. Post like you're already teaching, right? These are the things that you don't have Wi-Fi. Use your phone hotspot, connect to your laptop. Okay, so start with what you have. If you have a good tablet that has a stylus pen, start with what you have. All right. So let's go again. Now let's look at the next thing. Don't One mistake I usually, when I ask someone what do you teach, and they tell me I teach everything in the online space. My dear, you do not teach everything. You do not teach everything. I know that in the physical classroom, right? We could teach 16 subjects, 18 subjects, 17 subjects, as the case may be, right? But in the online space, it's best to niche down. I'll always say it. If you come for my training, I'll tell you, you niche down. What exactly do you know how to teach? What class do you know how to teach? What age grade do you know how to teach? Apart from the class, what grade can you teach? Me, I can't. You will not see me with others, right? Because if they are crying, I'm gonna cry along with them. So, what age grade do you know how to teach? So these are the things that I want you to also look out for in English. Even if you say in English you want to focus on one point, which is this GCSE students and 11 plus students that are writing exam, stay there. If you say in English, oh, you want to focus on only creative writing, or you want to teach students only phonics, I'm just saying, it's not like you cannot do all the parts, right? But it is best you are known for something. Best you are known for something. If you say you are teaching math, what kind of math, what age grade math do you want to teach? Do you want to focus on calculus and statistics? You want to focus on lower grade maths? Like, think about it, right? Have one particular class that you know that you can handle. When they wake you up from sleep, what can you do? You wake up and say, oh, I can teach this class comfortably. In fact, you don't even need to look at a slide, although you need to have a slide, but you don't need to look at a slide to actually explain, right? Yeah, so these are the things you want to. Oh, I do homework. Oh, I teach English as a second language. People that work in prep play and Cambly, where they teach students from Asia and all of that, my dear, they're making money, right? All they do is they have a niche. They focus down, they niche down. ESL, the niche down. So that's one thing I want you guys to do, niche down. So clarity builds confidence, and confidence is what gets you hired. So if you say I do this and everybody knows you for that particular thing, it's what people will always come to you for. If someone else comes to you for a subject you do not teach, outsource it, right? Take your own quota, outsource it. Don't say, I don't teach this, I'm not taking it. Take it, Tell them you don't teach it, but you have someone that is good enough, and then show you have someone that is good enough to take it, right? For instance, someone comes to me and say, I want maths and English for my child. I don't teach maths. You will not see me there, right? But I will connect this person to someone that teaches maths. If I want to, I take my quota. If I want to help, I just go ahead and just connect the person to the person that teach math, and then I take my English, right? Everybody will still grow, all right? So that's why it's important that you know what you teach. Niche down, niche down. Okay. Still on the aspect of niching down, let me explain this thing. I think I should explain this. Okay. I think I should explain this, that you should understand your key stages. Understand key stages. Understanding key stages is what is going to help you know the niche that you are going to be working with. Okay. Now let's look at crafting a tutor profile. Now there are some companies that will tell you to create a tutor profile. Companies like Superprof, Preplay, Camly, right? Even now, our Nigerian companies now, they will ask you to create a profile. So they will ask you for a clear bio. Some of them will even just tell you, send your social media link, which is even supposed to be on your CV. Okay, so when you are crafting your tutor profile, you this happens in your demo, right? In your demo, you do a short intro. Hi, my name is Miss Blessing. I am a KS2 English tutor, and I also teach students GCSE exam. My classes are engaging, fun, and interactive. I believe that every child has the means to bloom and grow if they are well guided, and that is the kind of teacher I am, because I guide my students well. I have over 90% exam success rate because parents and students have testified and have gotten results from the teachings that I have done with them. I just gave a short intro of myself. Trust me. Tell me why you will not employ me. So I just did a short intro. I highlighted the things that my teaching method. I also highlighted what parents or the feedback I've gotten. I made you know that I have 90% exam success rate. So that's my intro. I've done a short intro. It's not even up to a minute. But tell me, with this intro, you will think, oh, this person really knows what the person is doing, right? So your intro should be captivating. It's like sell yourself in 3 seconds or 3 minutes. Let me know, 3 minutes. No. Sell yourself in 30 seconds. Yeah. So you're actually selling yourself in 30 seconds using these good intros. Then your teaching strength. Highlight your unique skills. What are your skills? What do you know how to do? Right. I teach student creative writing. This is where you now let them know that, oh, with me your child can learn how to spell. With me your child is going to get good at math calculation, division, multiplication, basic math tools that students struggle with. You're highlighting your strength. Highlight your strength. You don't need so much in your CV. Even your CV, once you have, I have a video on how to create a CV, an online tutoring CV. Please go and watch that CV video. I use my own personal CV that got me jobs to talk about that video, right? To talk in that video. You see the breakdown. You will see the breakdown of the CV. So please go ahead, watch it, and use the method, apply. Create your CV. Again, clear availability. Be specific about your hours. Don't go ahead and tell the parent, oh, I teach for 2 hours, and then you come and teach for 1 hour, and then you're charging for 2 hours. Be clear about your hours. How many hours can you teach? Okay. Normally, it's advisable that you don't teach children online more than 1 hour 30 minutes. Even the 1 hour 30 minutes stuff is long, except the child is preparing for an exam, right? 2 hours. I do not encourage 2 hours. I do not encourage 2 hours. I encourage at least 1 hour 30 minutes. Even within the 1 hour 30 minutes, it should be like little brain breaks, and then they come back and then continue the task, right? So be clear about your hours and be what do I call, be genuine. Don't come and say, oh, I teach for 1 hour and you come and teach for 45 minutes. Please just be genuine about whatever it is that you do. So craft your very good bio, craft your intro, create your demo, and you're going to stand out. Let's talk about your demo lessons. Now, a video about how you can change your demo video to a link. Please go ahead and watch that video. Now, for most companies will tell you that you should send a 10 to 15 minutes 10 to 20 minutes lesson, demo lesson. Sometimes when you go for an interview, they will tell you to do your demo lesson for like 30 minutes, right? So you have to look at it, right? Your demo lesson is your chance to shine. I know a lot of you say, "Miss, listen, I have two videos there on how to do a good demo. Please go and watch." People are still asking me for demo lessons. Okay, I'm going to do a video where I'm going to do act like I'm doing a demo from beginning to end, just for you all to see how it is. But again, your demo is within 20 to 30 minutes. Clear objective. Ensure that the objectives are stated. Your object. If you have a topic that maybe has four things inside, and you know your demo is not going to allow you to say the four things, you could say we have four. For instance, you could say we have four types of noun, but today we're going to discuss only two. You have stated the objective that today we have four, but we're doing only two. These are the things that will make you stand out. Okay, again, have clear objectives, guided practice. After each slide of you explaining, have a guided practice. After each slide, if you go to Oak National Academy, I've done a video about it, please go and watch that video. If you go to Oak National Academy, you're going to see a video where it talked about the slides. If you see the slides, right, they have that guided practice. When they teach more, you see guided practice. If you've noticed, you see there. When they teach more, you see guided. That's how your slide should be interactive. So after each teaching slide, there should be a guided practice. Guided practice is like you and the child working together. The independent practice is the one that the child will do alone, and then you can assess the child. That is independent practice, okay? But guided practice is the one that you and the child, you guys are doing together. Finally, friendly introduction, okay? Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing good today. How was school? Really? Wow. Okay, so tell me something that happened nice today. The child will go ahead and tell. Even if you're the only one there, role play. Do a role play, yeah? I'm sure that most of us are actors before. So role play. Act like the child is talking to you or someone is talking to you. Do a role play. Hello, how are you? Oh, great. Okay, welcome to class. My name is Miss Blessing. What's your name? Did you go to school today? Really? What did they teach you at school today? That's nice. So, were you able to do the task that you were given and get it correctly? Good job. Well done. Okay, so I love to play and also teach, and so today we're going to have some games and we're also going to learn together. I hope you're ready. Okay, so let's go into the lesson of today. I just did a friendly intro with nobody. With an imaginary child. So that's how you do a friendly intro. And then when you're done with, ensure that at the end of your demo, you're showing them that you know how to use the tools. It could be OneNote, it could be your whiteboard, it could be your what's it called, your games, whatever it is that you want to use as your independent practice. Remember, when you're sharing your slide and you're teaching, you're doing with the guided practice. After that, you're going to your independent practice. I hope you understand. If you don't understand, please put it in the comments so I can explain again. All right, so what they really want is engagement, not perfect. You don't need to be perfect. They want to see how well you can engage students. Okay, now what you don't need too much certificates. I have people under me that have not even gone to, in fact, some of them don't even have certificates at all, but they're teaching online. Why? They don't need all your plenty. Oh, you need to have all of this before you can start teaching online. It's not necessary. You don't even need a BSc. Yes, I said it. You don't need a BSc before you can start teaching online. They're just few basic things. Know how to use your tools. Know how to engage students. Make content. People will come to you, right? All these fancy websites. You're just starting out. You don't need it. A simple profile is very enough. A very simple flyer is very enough. Do not overdo it. Okay. Oh, I have 20 years of experience. It doesn't count. There are a lot of people that will come to me during interviews and they'll be like, I have over 17 years of experience. And then when I ask them to do a demo, they're doing rubbish. Apologies. But that's the truth. That's the truth. So enthusiasm and skill matter the most than your years of experience. Than your years of experience. So don't come and say, "Oh, I have 100 years," and you don't have the skill. Learn the skill. Learn the skill. If it takes you to pay for to learn the skill, please learn the skill. So most people do not fail because they cannot teach. Is because they never apply the skills. Learn the skills and apply it. Okay. So they're not failing because they don't know, but it's because they don't apply the skills. So please apply the skills. Okay. So if you've watched the video to this point, please do click on the like, subscribe, and share button. I really want to believe that everyone here has learned something new and about how to prepare themselves or how to start a demo intro, what you will need to actually be that online tutor in 2026, right? In 2026. Please be joining my live stream every Sunday. Join the WhatsApp channel if you've not. I have the book, the online tutoring blueprint. Also, buy the book and learn, right? The book is not so expensive. The book talks about how you can start your online tutoring company even from scratch, even as a novice. Yes. So if you want, you could also purchase the book. The link is going to be in the description of this video. The WhatsApp channel link is also going to be in the description of this video. Please, if you've not liked, subscribe. Please like, subscribe, and share. Again, I want to do something for you. If you want a demo lesson template, things that you should do as a checklist, let me know in the comments. I'm going to help you out as well. Until I see you again in my next video, bye for now.